So have any of you ever tried making handmade soap, or have you ever been interested in it before? If so, or if not really, that's okay, because today we're going to talk about the art of soap making. So this right here kind of looks like cake, but it's totally not. It's soap, and you can decorate it and customize it as to what you want. So in order to have the basic understanding of what goes in soap, you need two main ingredients, and everything else is just additives. So you need to understand what oils and butters to put in, and what lye is, or sodium hydroxide, and how to be cautious of it when using it. We're also going to talk about what additives to use, so fragrances and micas, which color the soap, and then we're going to talk about what do you do with the soap whenever it's done. So what are the basic items needed to begin making soap? So I've listed some oils and butters. So we have coconut, palm, jojoba, we have shea, and olive oil. These give you different properties, so either they give you a moisturizing feeling, or it just helps you with making the bar of soap feel different. So you can have your bar of soap feel more hard or more soft. It's really just preference. And the next thing you absolutely need to make the soap is lye, which is also sodium hydroxide, which is a chemical that you work with. You want to make sure that you use the right water and lye ratio, because if not, you could potentially burn yourself if you don't mix it correctly. Whenever you're working with lye, you want to make sure that you wear goggles and long sleeves, maybe an apron, because if it gets on skin if there's skin contact, then you can definitely burn yourself. Not good. So there's things that can be added to the soap, such as colorants or micas, which is just a powder form. Some of them mix with water and some of them mix with oil, specifically something light like almond or jojoba again. And then you can add fragrance oils. But you want to make sure all of these are skin safe. So the micas, usually you can see that in eyeshadows, skin safe. Same thing with fragrance oils, just think about perfumes. So now this is the very important part. Once you're done mixing your water, lye, your oils, and your additives, you want to make sure that you either reach emulsification or trace. Emulsification is just trying to get the two to combine, so the lye water essentially and the oils. Just get it mixed, and then you can add whatever else you want. So you can add additives beforehand or after. You just want to make sure everything's incorporated. Or you can have trace, which there's three stages of trace. The first one is thin, where it shows no streaks of the oil left in the mixture. So whenever you take your whisk or your stick blender and you kind of swirl it around the mixture, anything that falls through and seeps into the mixture means it's a thin trace. Then we have a medium trace, which means that you swirl the soap around, and if it sits on top but slowly sinks back in, you're at a medium trace. And then the final stage, or you don't have to get to this stage, but it's preference, you can get to thick trace, which means that lift up the soap and swirl it around in the mixture, and whenever it stays on top and keeps its shape, it means it's good to go. So what do you do with the soap now? You want to make sure that the soap is hardened overnight at least, so you can cut the bars accordingly to how you want to use them. Once you cut the bars of soap, you have to make sure that you let the bars of soap cure for over 4 to 6 weeks. And after that, after 4 to 6 weeks, you can finally use your bar of soap. And you can create different designs. This is some examples of what you can do with your colorants and additives. Although you can't smell it, you can see the different colors. So at the bottom, there's the red and green and white. And this person made some soap balls that you added on the top, and it looks like frosting. Don't eat this, but it looks pretty cool. And the one all the way to the right is just a natural alternative. So now that you have a basic understanding of what to do for soap making, you want to make sure that you use the correct lye to water ratio. You can add colors and fragrances, and you want to make sure that you let your soap cure for 4 to 6 weeks, which is really important. Thank you.